together, we just count it up. Money on my mind, I can't get enough. Don't play with my money, you don't want no beef. Cause I come from the bottom, I come from the street. When she first saw me, she said, who is that? When a man saw me, he called me a threat. I'm the one that really live what a rap.
Making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name.
Hey, yo, what's going on? Right now you're watching Casino is the Name. And in this video, we're talking about none other than the Passport Bros. Okay, so I did a video maybe yesterday or the day before talking about Passport Bros. I did one previously and it had got so much attention that I just wanted to come address a few things and kind of get my thoughts out more clearly. And I kind of just, the sentiments of that video was just kind of to say, like, I think that it kind of, the whole perspectives of the two different sides, the men beefing and the women beefing about this, and it just kind of probably came from people feeling insulted on both sides, right? The guys said, well, basically that Western women were not submissive and this and that, and they want to find, you know, women in foreign countries who are more submissive, things like that. And then the women was like, well, what you mean I ain't submissive? Well, bum you, you know, I don't want to be with you anyway. So all of that was happening. So there's been a lot of disrespect back and forth, people saying this person is lame, this person is like this person is like that. And I was just kind of just saying, do whatever you want to do, you know, on both sides. You know, it's find somebody else to be with if you don't like the kind of what this guy decides to do. And for the guys, if that's where you comfortable going, and then, you know, go where you want it, I guess. But I didn't really feel like there should have been a side chosen per se. I think it was more like the insults kind of caused this whole thing to kind of go where it went. Because I've been knowing guys in the military who got out overseas. When I was in Germany, there's plenty of guys who came over to serve and decided to not go back because they preferred how the women treated them better in Germany or whatever. So that was kind of a thing that's been around since basically my entire adult life. I've seen that. So it wasn't really a big deal. But just kind of looking at the comments in the video, in that last video, if you go back and you see the video that I did maybe a day ago, and that video, a guy got in the comment section and called me. Well, he said that he said in the first 2 minutes, I can see that he's a simp panderer. Or he's simp pandering, okay? First of all, I know what a simp is. Second of all, I didn't know what pandering really was. Like, I was like, what? Simp pandering? I'm not really sure what that is. So I had to look it up. Okay, this video is going several different places, okay? Because I try to stay on neutral ground, right? I didn't insult the women and I didn't insult the guys. I was just trying to stay, you know, saying, hey, I'm just seeing that this is a thing and that people are in their feelings about it, and maybe it just got out of hand because of all the somebody feeling insulted, maybe the women feeling insulted, and then the guy, so they insulted the guys back, and then it's kind of just been this back and forth that just kind of went where it went. But simp pandering, I'm not, you know, okay, so I know what a simp is, but simp, I'm like, are they talking about me? Like, what am I doing? So let me look up what pandering is, right? So let's go over here and let's put pander on the screen, all right? So this is pander, and it says a person who furnishes clients for, you see it, I'm not even gonna say the word, or supplies persons for illicit, you know what kind of activities. A procurer, a pimp. So somebody just called me a simp pimp. Like, what? What is that? By the way, if you guys are watching, please hit the like button. I appreciate you guys coming on here and watching right now, but please hit the like button. But somebody called me simp pimp. This is right here. What? What? All right. So this whole passport bro situation has even got me insulted. I didn't even say I'm a passport bro or I'm not a passport bro. I could be a passport bro. I could not be a passport bro. I never said either way. I didn't insult either side, okay? But this even got me insulted. That's how I know that this is some stuff going on. There's some conversations being had. And it's whole paragraphs of statements that, you know, people have said, hey, this is how I see this. This is like from their emotional standpoint. But I got called a simp pimp. Okay. I'm not mad at all. I think it's funny. I think it's funny. And I don't know what I did to make somebody feel like I was simp pandering. I really still don't fully understand the context of what's being said, I guess. But I think it's hilarious though. I think it's hilarious. All right. So what is it? Somebody says the Koyano says Casino Channel got so big now he got haters. I remember when I subscribed at 2,500 subscribers. Yeah, man, that was a minute ago, man. We just passed 40,000 subscribers, so I appreciate you for staying down for me. All right, let them just be motivation. Right. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's motivation. It motivated this video. Okay, I was not planning to come back to Passport Bros direction. I thought that I was done with it. Okay, I really thought I was done with it. I did the second video because, you know, the other video hadn't got so many, you know, different little comments and stuff. And I was like, you know what, let me go back because I was really just finding out that there was a term called Passport Bros when I made the video. I had no idea people were so interested in it, okay? And so I did that and it was all these statements and stuff. And I said, you know what, let me just get back in here because I think that the insulting each other just cause more, you know, somebody insult you, you insult them back, you know, you kind of point fingers. And you're not really getting anywhere. Nobody's really winning here. It's just, I was just like, well, why are these people in their feelings? And when I thought about it, I was like, oh, you know, if you tell a woman she's who feels like she's submissive or is thought that, you know, she is a wife and you tell her she's not wife material, of course she's going to be upset. Of course. And if you're a guy and you have experiences in one location and you have other experiences in a different location, then of course you are going to look out for yourself. And so the world is egocentric. You know what that means? Egocentric. Matter of fact, let's put that up on the screen. All right? Let's look up egocentric. Can you believe this? Egocentric. Not the definition. Here it is. What does it mean? Someone's inability to understand that another person's point of view or opinion may be different from their own. So this pretty much describes how the whole world is. The world does not understand your point of view. Like other people, they see their point of view and they feel the way they feel and they don't understand why you feel the way you feel. And so because of that, you guys kind of don't ever really mesh, right? You have to have somebody who can understand both sides in order for it to even make sense. And so being in the middle ground, I'm understanding both sides. And even I got insulted. So I know that if I was actually on an opposing side, I know it has to be a lot of emotions in this. I just find it very interesting. But, you know, it's motivation, to say the least. Can you guys please smash the like button if you guys are tuning in right now? I see you guys on here. I appreciate you. By the way, if you could get in the comment section, we are live right now. So get in the comment section. Let me know where you're viewing from. But yeah, so this has been an interesting situation. So I just wanted to take this video to dive deeper. Okay, let's just dive deeper. Let's think about it. Say submissive. To be submissive, right? Respectfully. And I don't mean any disrespect by this. When I think about, say, black women from America, and this is not to be any kind of disrespect, I do not think about submissive. Now, submissive looks different for different people, right? But I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing that a woman isn't submissive. That is, I don't come from the old school train of thought. I didn't grow up in that old traditional kind of household. My life experiences were not, I guess, those old school, the man goes to work and the woman cooks and cleans. I didn't grow up in that kind of environment, right? And so I don't necessarily have those same kind of views that this is what it is. I understand why. See, for instance, when I think about a black woman in America, I think strong, I think queen, I think all of those things. I don't think servant. I don't think submissive. I don't think meek. I don't think small. I don't think that. I think queen. I think, strong, powerful. That's what I think. That's how I saw women. That's what I grew up under. So for whatever reason, this whole submissive thing has become like women now want to appear, I guess they want to be submissive. I'm not saying all of them, right? And I'm not saying that there aren't any black women who are submissive, because they are, of course. Of course there are. It's just not what comes to mind when I think about a black woman being, I don't think about submissive. That's just not what I think about. And so, and I'm fine with that. But I guess there's some guys who, they want more of a submissive woman. And that's fine for them. Let them have that. It doesn't mean that, you need to all of a sudden become submissive. I don't know. Like, that's up to you. Like, it's all our own choices or whatever. But that's just not really what I think about. Greater Cleaner says 100. Denise says, hey, Casino, watching from Alabama. Alabama in here, okay. What part of Alabama? Greater Cleaner says Baltimore. I'm learning, bro. Greater Cleaner says I'm learning, bro. I know we, as a whole, can do so much more, but hey, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on in our communities or whatever. But I don't mind, the guys going over to find somebody who likes them. Like go to where the people value you. Go to where you're valued. Let me give you an example. So I was working, and I know I'm using, because I'm an accountant, so I always go back to like business in my mind, right? So I was working at Department of Veteran Affairs as an accounting technician. I had just finished my accounting degree. I was ready for an accountant position, because as an accounting technician, I wasn't being paid as an accountant yet, because that's not an accountant position. That's accounting technician. It's kind of like the assistant to the accountant. But I was an accountant, and I was ready to move up, and they didn't have any opportunities for me because the government budget was messed up and everything like that. And so they had a hiring freeze, but they were still hiring people. They had a hiring freeze, but they were still hiring people. But the people that they were hiring was medical personnel, doctors, nurses, lab techs, all those kind of people, right? But any kind of admin staff, it was like all frozen. There was no HR people coming in, no accounting people, and we were a small section anyway. But one of the most powerful things that I learned in that process, which kind of completely changed my whole life, was when I was sitting with somebody, it was a higher ranking GS, and they said this person can help you find jobs, and I guess with HR or whatever. So I'm sitting down with them, and I'm telling them my story, right? Like, hey, I just finished my degree, and I'm overeducated for the position that I'm in. I'm waiting on the VA to open up something. And they said, well, maybe you need to find somewhere else because the VA doesn't value your skill set. And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, well, you need to go where people value what you do, right? So I was like, I don't, everybody has accounting people. They'll say, yeah, but there's whole agencies that are accountants. So the job can't be done. Say like, let's say IRS, or audit positions. If you work for FDIC or something like that, they are primarily based around accountants. IG, Inspector General, is based around accountants. And so they still may have an HR staff. They still may have some payroll techs and stuff like that, but it's based around the job of an accountant. The entire thing is based either around audit or accountant stuff or whatever. So they value those people. And so they promote those people well. They give them high-ranking positions. It's basically all built around that direct position. So I was like, dang, so I'm an accountant. Maybe I should go over here. Now, I was a GS7. I landed a position with Inspector General that was a GS7, 9, 11, 12, 13. It was a ladder grade, took me all the way to GS13. It's only 15 grades in the GS schedule, right? And so first day I'm in DC and I'm sitting with SCSs, which is above GS15. So it was like, man, this is crazy that these people wouldn't even promote me to GS9 or even 8, which is an odd position anyway. But they wouldn't even promote me to GS9 when these other people were saying, hey, we're going to guarantee you all the way up to GS13. And from there, you got to figure it out on your own. You got to figure out your 14, your 15. But we'll give you up to 13. Automatic, like, this is the job you're coming into, is, that ladder grade up to that point. And so I was like, man, so of course, if I'm being asked, hey, how do I feel about working for the VA? And I'm the person who was not medical, I'm going to feel like it's better to go work at IG. It's better to go work for, one of these other agencies because they treat the people right. And I'm only feeling like that because that was my individual situation. But if I'm a doctor or if I'm a nurse, the VA is going to give them better promotions because IG is not going to promote doctors and nurses because they don't need doctors and nurses. So go to where the people value you. And to me, that's as simple as what's going on here. These guys feel valued over here, and for whatever reason, that wasn't how they felt about this over here, and that's just kind of that, or what they value, or something like that. And so I think it's just that simple. All right, hold on, let me see. Michael Brown said he live in DC. What's good, bro? I'm chilling, man. Yeah, so, but I really just wanted to come on here after I saw I had got, been called, in case you just joining, I got called a simp pimp. I don't know if you guys saw, I don't know how long you guys been watching, but somebody was in a comment on the previous video from like yesterday or the day before, and about Passport Bros, and they said that I was simp pandering. They were like, I could tell from the first 2 minutes he's simp pandering. And I was like, I'm not I know what a simp is, not sure what pandering is, but hey, when we looked it up, and pandering, hold on, let me put it back on the screen. Back on the screen so you guys can see. There it is, right there. It called me a simp pimp. I need to figure simp pimp. Look that up. Okay, I don't even know. See, those two terms are kind of like opposite of each other anyway, right? Okay, here we go. A simp pimp, someone who shamelessly accepts money, gifts, and favors from others who hold them in high regard. Simp pimp. I don't know. Either way, pimp and simps. I don't know what that means. I don't get it. But I was neutral in the video. So, you know, it is what it is. I think it's hilarious. All right, so I just wanted to come on here and kind of talk about that. Do what you want to do. I don't know why you guys are on here, and y'all get in the chat, in the comment section. Let me know, do you think it's okay, like, that women here should be submissive or are submissive? I don't, and I don't really care whether or not they are or not, but, you know, doesn't matter to me. But, you know, I don't know why people get so upset, you know. Anyway, let me see. Greater Cleaner said, no, I've been watching you for years. You're a good brother with great information. I appreciate that. And I hope that everybody on here makes $1 million this year, okay? Let's all get it. Let's all get out here and get this money. Anyway, about to get up out of here. Right now you're watching Casino is the Name. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we out.
Beat me up, Scotty. Me and
her together, we just count it up. Money on my mind, I can't get enough. Don't play with my money, you don't want no beef. Cause I come from the bottom, I come from the street. When she first saw me, she said, who is that? When a man saw me, he called me a threat. I'm the one that really live what a rap.
Making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the Name.